Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 10, Episode 1 of Eldritch Horror, and we're playing Eldritch Horror Strange Remnants expansion. It's turn 1, and we're going to jump right into the turn. We've done a quick setup for the Strange Remnants. It says, Cosmic alignment spells doom. The approaching alignment of the planets threatens to end all life on Earth. Ancient prophets knew this day would come, and built massive stone monuments that conceal the keys to survival. Can you uncover the secrets of these ancient ruins and survive the horrors that lurk within? So we've got strange remnants, as monoliths from Easter Island. You've got the investigators. You've got tentacles coming out. So this will be a great one. We finished our setup except for a few details. Again, our great old one here is the Syzygy. So we'll go into the Syzygy. It says, when the planets align with the center of the universe and the Earth falls under the shadow of an eclipse, that which would devour all life seeks to pierce the veil that keeps the darkness at bay. Wow. So we also have our indications here for the Mythos card set up. So let's get into that. It's stage 1, 2, and 3. I've got the decks. Can shuffle these up. These are the green cards. We put 0 cards, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 for the greens. For the orange, shuffle them up as well. We'll do 1, 2 for stage 1, 1, 2, 3 for stage 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for the blue cards, we just have the 2. And we will shuffle these by stage. And we've already gone and put 2 clues on the board. All the decks, by the way, of the different location encounter cards are featuring at the top the cards with the strange remnants components on them. So we've made sure to include those. So if you see, for example, these all have the strange remnants component here, and we'll just shuffle these up as well. I think a lot of these are by location, so let's just get into these and mix them up. Okay, put those up there. I've done the same for the portal cards. These are all strange remnants as well. Stick those up on top. We got our 2 spawned. We need to spawn a gate, which will be Istanbul. And we will need to go get a monster out of the monster bag. And we get a cultist. And we will put our token. Oh, it's already on Shanghai, so how's it worked out? Okay, let's read into our characters. We've got Skids O'Toole, the ex-convict. Skids got away on 2 counts of bank robbery, but he never hurt anybody. His cellmate Brad Hollins killed 9 people. Hollins said that an alien creature made him do it. Over the years, Hollins said a lot of strange things about the Ancient One. He said that he needed to get to Argentina to stop them. Skids didn't give it too much thought until the night when Hollins burst into flames. When Skids got paroled, he couldn't shake the thought of the Ancient Ones. He's got an ancient axe, and he starts on Buenos Aires. Do that. We'll quick read of Skids. Here's his axe. Skids' axe. And we'll do a quick read of his backstory. Skids O'Toole, the ex-convict. Leave it to chance. Sometimes life comes down to the luck of the dice. You know better than most. You can live your whole life straight and narrow and then have it all taken away in the blink of an eye. During a Reckoning. He can roll dice, and he can get he basically just does a die roll. So that's pretty cool. Next up is the entertainer, Marie Lambeau. She starts in Southeast Asia. She has the ritual dagger and the voice of Ra, the spell. And she starts, as we said, in Southeast Asia. Marie has come a long way from the Louisiana marshes of her youth. These days, the smoky velvet sings the blues in elegant nightclubs around the world. But it was Grand-Mère's dying wish that sent Marie to the kingdom of Sarawak, where an old evil had returned. Marie doesn't believe she can help, but only a fool doesn't listen to Grand-Mère. Now memories of stranger nursery rhymes she used to recite have begun flooding back. People call Grand-Mère a witch. Maybe Marie's got some of the witchcraft in her blood, no? Okay, so that's Marie. Backstory. The entertainer. Grand-Mère's warning. You piece together some of Grand-Mère's notes and realize they are part of a greater whole. Now you look outside the world to complete the ritual and learn what it was Grand-Mère was trying to pass on to you. When you have a glamour spell, an incantation spell, and a ritual spell, discard this card and gain the smoky velvet reward. So she's after spells. So maybe she can go and take a trip up to Arkham to gain some spells. Maybe that's in her destiny. Lastly, Zoe Samaras, our leader, starting off in Rome. She has the Holy Cross asset. When Zoe was 6 years old, her parents were killed in a fire as the flames consumed her home. God spoke to her. He told Zoe that she was special, and he was giving her a special task. As an adult, she now travels from city to city, taking work as a chef to support herself. When she isn't working, she stalks the night, guided by the Lord's voice. Whatever she finds wickedness, she strikes it down without remorse or hesitation. Most recently, God has called her to Rome to dispense her righteous fury. Wow. So she's kind of a bit of a vigilante. She's got her Holy Cross. And let's read her backstory. In his name, no mission is too great for the loyal. No evil will escape the judgments of the righteous, not on your watch. When you flip a task-unique asset, place one Eldritch token on this card. If you have 3 or more Eldritch tokens, discard this card and gain the Crusade reward. Okay, so she gets to, when she has task assets that she flips, she will get Eldritch tokens that can gain her backstory. So let's go ahead now and jump into the first turn. So we've got everything set up here. Let's pull up an active mystery. We get unearthly piping. In the places where the walls between dimensions are the weakest, a hideous piping melody can be heard. Those who hear it have broken minds, and only solidifying the veil between the worlds can save them. After an investigator chooses a gate during the Outer World encounter or a Mystic Ruins encounter, you may spend 1 clue and discard 1 spell to place 1 clue on this card. Okay, that's a challenging one. Unearthly piping. Okay. So first off, we'll start off with our activity round. So we'll first give, let's give Marie. We can start off with Zoe as our leader. Let's start off with Zoe. She will go off to, let's have her get a focus token, and she will head off to Istanbul. And we'll have Marie also get a focus token, and she will head to Shanghai to go after that gate. And then lastly, let's have our ex-con Skids O'Toole. He'll get a ship token. He'll pass it in, and he'll go up to Arkham, and he can go after this clue next round. Okay. So, one other thing, we have a gate spawned. We have this Mystic Ruins. Is everything spawned? Expedition. We don't have the expedition. The expedition is on the pyramids. So That's the last component. That's going to wrap it up for the action phase. Let's move on to the encounter phase. So we'll start off with our leader, and she is up against a cultist in Istanbul. So she should be pretty set with this. She has a 4 will plus 2 from her Holy Cross, which she passes. And then she has her strength, which she will also include. And she also passes with 2. And then cultist is gone. Okay, the horror is equal to the number of Eldritch tokens on the red space of the Omen track. So there's no Eldritch tokens on the red space of the Omen track, so that's fine. We can move our, discard our cultist. And then she will go inside of the gate for her first encounter. It says the city of the great race. One of the Yithians is incoherent, communicating only in occult gibberish. You learn the creature swapped minds with the man and then died, leaving the person's thoughts trapped in his body. You try to understand what he is saying. So she can roll a test here. The message means nothing to you, and you panic. Gain a paranoia condition. Terrified, you try to force yourself into the body. So she gets to do this with her mind test. She passes, so we don't spawn a second gate. So off to a bad start already. She's gained a panic condition. Let's have her have that on the side. Next is Marie Lambeau. Let's have her have the Great Wall of China encounter. A scavenger stands outside Jiayuanguan and asks you for permission to pass. You remember that this place was once called the Gate of the Demons. Resolve the pass effect to forbid him to enter. Resolve the fail effect to allow him to pass. So I think she will go ahead and do the pass effect to forbid him to enter. And so she will get to roll her modified dice. The man grows angry and tries to force his way past you. She passes. If you pass, the strange man says his kin will not bother you further. Close one gate of your choice on any space. Whoa, so she gets to close this gate for Marie, which is great. So we got this gate closed, and that's the only effect. So we get to move this, and with the next card is China already. Did we not shuffle these well enough? Let me just shuffle these a bit more. So seems like there are only a few different options here. So maybe I'll double check my shuffling. These are all the new gates. So let's just double check all these, shuffle them, and then I'll randomly cut the deck because I don't want them all to be China. So okay, cut the deck. The next gate is at Stonehenge. So I guess that's at London. So we will move this to London, and Shanghai is clear. And next we'll move on to an Arkham Encounter with Skids O'Toole. So we'll go to Arkham and see what we have. So Arkham, you try to board a burning cargo ship at the docks to find survivors. Okay, so he gets to do a test. And he also gets plus this. If you fail, gain an internal injury condition. Wow. He inhales too much smoke. He gains an internal injury condition. Okay. So he will gain that condition. Okay, next up is our Mythos phase. So we'll grab our Mythos phase and take a look. It says Shattered Magic. So first we have advance the Omen, and we have no gates open. Next we have a Reckoning phase. So for the Reckoning, we already had a Reckoning for the Voice of Ra. Voice of Ra Reckoning. She can test this book. She passes. The voice offers you physical endurance for a price. So she's not down on any points, so that's fine. Just flip that back. Nothing else. No other reckonings. Any reckoning here? No. So we are clear for reckonings. Next we spawn a gate. So the next gate will be at Atlantis is space 8. And we'll grab a monster from the monster bag. And we get the Servitor of the Outer Gods. Okay, so that might be something that he'll go after next. And then finally we read the Shattered Magic. You believe you could harness the powers of the mysterious treasures. You were wrong. Now they lie in ashes, consumed by their own strange energies. In the end, they were nothing more than fuel to hasten the coming catastrophe. Each investigator divides half of his magical possessions. And then advance doom by 1 for each artifact discarded this way. So magical possessions, including ritual dagger. It's a magical weapon and a spell. She has a holy cross. It's just an item. It's not magical. And he has just an axe. So I believe just the ritual dagger gets discarded. And we advance doom by 1. So luckily for us, it was just that, but we did lose. Marie Lambeau loses her magical dagger, so that kind of stinks. So that's going to do it for the turn. Thanks for watching. Let's see you in turn 2. If you check the links out up here, and looking forward to playing more of Season 10 of Eldritch Horror, the Strange Remnants expansion. Talk to you in the next turn. Bye-bye.